Matrix Introduction by Paul Kelly. Published and copyright Oxford University Press, 2008. CD1. Getting started. Tape script 0.1. 1.
Please open your books at page 8.
2.
Can you read the text aloud?
3.
How do you say computer in your language?
4.
What does rubber mean?
5.
Can you repeat the question, please?
6.
Please hand in the homework on Wednesday.
7.
Can you speak up, please? I can't hear you.
8.
Copy the words on the board into your exercise books, please.
9.
How do you spell magazine?
10.
Please look up the word in your dictionaries.
Unit 1. Tape script 1.1. Rob's special friend.
Mark and I are 15 years old and we are very sporty. We often go to the gym, at least 3 times a week. Mark does exercises to make his arms strong. He can't walk because of a car accident, so he goes everywhere in a wheelchair. But it doesn't stop him doing the things that boys our age want to do. Why do I admire Mark so much? Well, he sometimes feels frustrated and becomes moody, but he never gives up. I play basketball with him and his friends, and he always wants to win. Mark's also hard-working at school. People sometimes think he's unfriendly when they first meet him, but he's shy with new people. He always has time for his friends and he tries to help them. If I have a problem, the first person I speak to is Mark. He's very sympathetic and he doesn't ask a lot of questions. He is good at listening. I think that a person that listens to other people is very generous. I don't know a lot of people that are happy to give their time. I'm sometimes selfish, so Mark is a good example for me. Mark loves sport, computer games, going on the internet, and telling bad jokes. He's just another boy, but he's also different. He's very honest, and he's also good fun to be with. That makes him my very special friend.
Unit 1. Tape script 1.2.
My best friend is my twin brother Michael. We go to Ridgeway School in Manchester, but we don't study in the same class. I like computer studies and maths, but Michael doesn't like science subjects. What does he like? History and languages. We don't like the same subjects, except for PE. We both love sport. After school, we always play football with our friends. Then we have dinner at 8 o'clock, and after dinner, we do our homework. What do we do at home? Well, I usually go on the internet, but Michael never uses computers. He's usually in his bedroom. He often reads or he listens to music. We're twins and we're best friends, but we sometimes do different things.
Unit 1. Pronunciation. Tape script 1.3.
S, stops, walks, wants, speaks.
Z, goes, has, does, tries.
Is, finishes, watches, uses, changes.
Unit 1, Tape Script 1.4.
When some people meet me, they think I'm my twin brother, David. They don't know the difference. Our school friends know. They say I'm more intelligent than him. In reality, it's easy for them because we study in different classes. When our mother looks at us, she always sees the difference. We can't play jokes on her. When people visit our house, they also know the difference. David always uses the computer, and he plays on it all the time. What do you think? Look at the picture of us on page 12. Is the difference clear to you?
Unit 1, Tape Script 1.5.
Where do you play volleyball, Nina? I always play at the gym with my friends. Does Maria play with you? No, she never plays volleyball. She likes basketball. Do you want to play?
I don't know. I'm not very good at volleyball, but I want to do a sport.
Well, there are some other sports at the gym. Do you like gymnastics?
I like the gymnastics we do at school.
Great. The gymnastics teacher at the gym is our teacher from school, Mrs. Taylor.
Fantastic! When does she do the classes?
I don't know. She doesn't do them on Thursdays because we play volleyball then, and she is never at the gym then.
I can ask her this afternoon.
Unit 1, Tape Script 1.6.
So what do you do on Saturdays, Hiroshi?
In Japan, I always play volleyball after school on Saturdays.
Do you go to school on Saturdays?
Of course. Don't you?
No way.
When do you go shopping? I always go shopping with my friends on Saturdays.
Hey, I think school on Saturdays is more interesting than shopping with girls.
Yes, I agree. So what do you do, Giovanni?
Well, I usually meet friends in the centre of Milan and then we go to an internet cafe and go on the internet.
Wow, that's interesting.
So what do you do, Lucretia?
I meet my friends too, but we do gymnastics and then we go to eat a snack.
A snack? Do you eat hamburgers? They're bad for you.
No, I eat pizza, Giovanni.
Ah, pizza. That's different.
Unit 1, Tape Script 1.7.
What do you do on Friday evenings?
I always do my homework.
Really? I usually play computer games. I always do my homework on Sundays.
What do you do on Saturdays?
I usually go swimming with my mum and dad. What do you do?
Unit 1, Culture Focus. Tape Script 1.8. Fictional Friends.
The important characters in Britain's most popular children's books are children. There are adults, but they are not the stars. There are good adults and bad adults, but it is the young heroes that stop the bad ones. They never need the good adults to help them. They need their friends. The famous 5 stories are a good example. They are now 60 years old, but children continue to read them. Why do today's children like them? Well, the famous 5 work together and help each other. They don't have computers, the internet, or mobile phones. They use human qualities like intelligence and friendship, to find solutions to their problems. Young people obviously like stories about adventure, but they know that friends are very important. We don't have the same adventures that the famous 5 have, but in books and in real life, friends can help, and we can help our friends.
Unit 2, Tape Script 2.1. I want to be an actress.
Sarah Bagur is only 15, but she doesn't live at home. Sarah wants to be a star, and she is in London. Sarah's parents live 400 kilometres away, but they aren't worried about her. In fact, they are very happy, because she is studying at the National School for Dramatic Arts, the best theatre school in Britain. Being at the NSDA is like studying at 2 schools. She does typical school subjects like maths, science, computer studies and history, and she also does theatre studies classes. Sarah can sing, dance and act in plays. And this term, the students are preparing a musical. They are rehearsing almost every evening. While Sarah is working hard, her friends at normal schools are going out and having fun. But Sarah is determined to be a star. However, the NSDA is not always hard work. The students go to the London theatres to study the best actors. They can talk to the actors after the performances. The actors give the students good advice. Sarah learns a lot at the school, but she learns even more from speaking to the stars. But Sarah and her school friends also work hard at normal school subjects. This week, Sarah isn't acting, she's doing school exams. Only 25% of students at the NSDA find acting jobs when they leave, so the other 75% must be prepared for the real world. Will Sarah be one of the lucky 25%? Look out for her name in the future.
Unit 2, Tape Script 2.2.
For the wings of a dove, far away would I roam. Oh, for the wings of a dove.
Unit 2, Tape Script 2.3. Who goes to London Music Academy?
Boys aged 8 to 13 that are good at singing.
What do you do at the school?
Obviously, we study music, but we also study normal school subjects. We've got a fantastic computer room, and this week we're making a choir webpage. We also do lots of sports, and I usually play rugby. But we aren't playing today. We're jogging. And I hate jogging.
What other things are you doing at the moment?
We're recording a CD, and we're also rehearsing concerts for our European tour.
Do you prefer singing or playing an instrument?
I love singing in the choir, but I dislike studying music. It's hard work.
Unit 2, Pronunciation. Tape Script 2.4.
A,
Thing,
B,
wing,
C,
keen,
D,
paying,
E,
sin,
F,
wrong.
Unit 2, Tape Script 2.5.
Mum, we're in Paris and we're walking to the Eiffel Tower. I really like walking here. Paris has lots of famous places to see and we're taking lots of photos.
Yes, it is beautiful. Who are you visiting the Eiffel Tower with?
With the teachers, except for Mr. Dawson. He hates visiting places with lots of tourists.
And is the weather good?
Well, it's not raining, but it's cold.
Oh, Tim, you never wear your coat. Are you wearing it now?
No, Mum. Sorry. What are you and Dad doing?
Well, we're watching an opera on TV. Your dad doesn't mind watching it if he can watch the football later.
Dad loves watching football. Well, we're arriving now, Mum. I'll phone later. Bye. Love to Dad.
OK, Tim. Have a good time. Bye.
Unit 2, Tape Script 2.6.
OK, I'm ready. Why are you wearing a tracksuit? We're not going to the gym. It's your grandmother's 70th birthday party. Put on a shirt and trousers now.
Oh, Mum. Well, if I can't wear my tracksuit, I want to wear my jeans.
Jeans? Your dad's wearing his best suit and I'm wearing my new dress. We want you to wear your blue trousers and that nice shirt. You know, the present from your grandmother.
Oh.
Now, where is your sister? Diane! Diane! It's late!
I'm coming, Mum! I'm just putting on my necklace.
OK. What are you wearing?
My pink shirt and a blue skirt.
Good. You see? Your sister knows what to wear.
Oh, but she's a girl, Mum. Girls only think about shopping and clothes.
And what do boys think about then?
Nothing, Mum. They don't think at all.
Hey, that's not...
OK, we're late. Andy, go and get changed. Now, where's your father?
Unit 2, Tape Script 2.7.
What are you wearing now?
I'm wearing jeans, trainers and a t-shirt.
And what do you like wearing at home?
I like wearing a tracksuit.
And what do you wear when you go out?
Unit 2, Culture Focus. Tape Script 2.8. A day at the circus.
The Cirque du Soleil is from Montreal, Canada, but the circus artists are from all over the world. The Cirque has 10 different shows, and each show is like a musical, telling an incredible story. Our reporter, Chris Adams, meets some of the young stars at the circus. Ruslana and Taisia Basili.
Ruslana and Taisia are identical twins from Ukraine. They are trapeze artists and school students too. Ruslana tells us that a typical day is school, the show, and then homework. Now they are rehearsing, and I'm watching them from the stage. It's incredible. The girls are flying above my head.
Enkyargal Dashbalgir.
Enkyargal is a contortionist from Mongolia, and she does gymnastics and dances. At the moment, she's performing in Las Vegas, USA, and she loves working for the Cirque du Soleil. People really like watching her performance. She's so flexible.
Wang Wei-yi.
Wang Wei-yi is a 12-year-old juggler from China. Wang and her friends use a piece of string to control a round piece of wood. It sounds easy, but it's impossible. The girls are now practicing some moves to music. They're wearing traditional dresses with long sleeves. It's a beautiful performance.
Unit 3, Tape Script 3.1. Watching all around the world. A lot of young people around the world watch television, but are they watching the same programs? What do the world's young people think about TV? Paula, Canada.
I watch television for about 3 hours a day. Satellite TV has really cool quiz shows, and it shows the funniest comedy programs. Satellite TV is better than cable TV. I also think the internet is fun. I send emails to my friends about our favorite soaps.
Mamadou, Mali.
A few years ago, television in my country was terrible, but now it's better. We have 2 channels. The first channel shows news and documentaries. I think the second channel is more interesting. There are sports programs and old films. I watch sports programs for about 5 hours a week, but I prefer playing football with my friends. Who wants to sit at home?
Keiko, Japan.
Last year, I could watch TV a lot, but now I go to a bigger school, a secondary school, and I have a lot of homework. I also play baseball in the school team. The best programs for young people are manga cartoons. In fact, most manga fans are older than me, because there are manga cartoons for all ages. They're fantastic.
Yolanda, Spain.
I probably watch TV for 2 hours a day. When I get home, I do my homework, then I play computer games or I watch TV. I think soaps are great. I never watch reality shows like Big Brother. They're the most boring programs. We always talk about our favorite TV programs at school.
Unit 3, Tape Script 3.2.
The biggest TV watchers in the world are American children. They watch TV for 4 hours a day. Is TV as popular as that in Europe? The British think watching TV is the coolest free time activity, and they watch it for 3 hours a day. TV is more popular in Spain than in France. The Spanish watch it for 2.5 hours a day, and the French watch it for 2 hours. Finally, in Sweden, TV isn't as popular as it is in the other countries. The Swedes only watch it for 1 hour a day. The Swedes say they are happier than other nationalities because they do cooler activities than watching TV.
Unit 3, Pronunciation. Tape Script 3.3. 1.
Reality programs are more interesting than the weather forecast.
2.
Spain is sunnier than England.
3.
I'm taller than my mum.
4.
The USA is bigger than Sweden.
5.
An MP3 player is more expensive than a DVD player.
6.
She's nicer than her sister.
7.
Gloria is prettier than her cousin.
Listen and repeat each sentence. 1.
Reality programs are more interesting than the weather forecast.
2.
Spain is sunnier than England.
3.
I'm taller than my mum.
4.
The USA is bigger than Sweden.
5.
An MP3 player is more expensive than a DVD player.
6.
She's nicer than her sister.
7.
Gloria is prettier than her cousin.
Unit 3, Tape Script 3.4.
Munchie Pops, the great new chocolates for sporty kids. Made with Mr. Choco's wonderful milk chocolate, giving children the energy they need. And that's not all. Send 6 Munchie Pops packets to Mr. Choco's before December the 31st and enter our competition for a holiday at Disneyland. That's Choco Fantastic!
Beckham, he passes to Eto'o. What an amazing goal from this fantastic team.
Do you want to play with the best footballers in your team? Then you need All-Star Football, the incredible new computer game from Mitchco Games. The greatest players and the biggest teams on your PC for only £29.99. Mitchco, real games for real people.
The coolest feet in town are at Sandra Sandals. Say goodbye to awful shoes and come to the shoe shop for the fashionable young woman. The best shoes in town from only £24. And there's a 10% discount for young students. Sandra Sandals, where feet feel fantastic.
Unit 3, Tape Script 3.5.
Which TV advert do you think is best?
I like the one for Kiwi Cola because it's hilarious. I like funny TV ads.
And what do you think the worst TV advert is?
The ad for Jordan's Burgers is terrible. The music is awful, and the people are worse than the music.
Unit 3, Culture Focus. Tape Script 3.6. Control your TV.
Some of the most popular TV programs are about people who do interesting things. Is your life like that? Or do you watch TV all the time? Imagine switching on TV and seeing 2 boys in their bedrooms watching television. Possibly the most boring program on TV. But lots of families spend hours watching other people live fictitious lives. In the USA, some people spend 10 years of their lives watching television. It isn't very exciting. Television has other negative effects. Studies in the USA show that today's children are fatter than children were before. When they're watching TV, American children eat and eat. Other studies show that children that watch a lot of TV are worse students than those that watch less. Of course, television has some good points. We can watch the news and find out what is happening in the world. The TV shows exciting sports events and concerts that we haven't got the time or the money to go to. And watching a film or comedy program with friends or family is good fun. So, the message is clear. We have to control what and how much we watch. The people that do this have healthier lives, are better students, and have more fun.
Unit 4, Tape Script 4.1.
Chapter 2. We arrived at the airport late. We didn't want to miss the plane, so we ran through the doors and hurried to the check-in desk. The tickets! I didn't have the tickets! I looked at Susie. Did you remember the tickets, Susie? Yes, I did, she said, and she laughed. In her hand, there were 2 blue tickets. They were strange. The blue colour moved like the sea. Susie gave them to the check-in assistant.
Unit 4, Tape Script 4.2.
Chapter 2. We arrived at the airport late. We didn't want to miss the plane, so we ran through the doors and hurried to the check-in desk. The tickets! I didn't have the tickets! I looked at Susie. Did you remember the tickets, Susie? Yes, I did, she said, and she laughed. In her hand, there were 2 blue tickets. They were strange. The blue colour moved like the sea. Susie gave them to the check-in assistant. If you want to catch your flight, go to gate 13 quickly, said the assistant. We ran up the escalator to passport control. Susie shouted, "Oh no! I didn't bring my passport!" I took 2 passports from my pocket. No, but I did. We laughed again. Finally, we arrived at gate 13 and showed our boarding cards. It was the beginning of our holiday. We walked up the stairs and got on the plane. A flight attendant asked us, "Did you bring swimming costumes with you?" Yes, we did, I answered. The flight attendant disappeared. That's a strange question, I said. Yes, said Susie. But did you see her hands? Her skin was like the skin of a fish. At that moment, the plane travelled faster, then it took off. I looked through the window. A fish? I said. Outside, everything was blue, very blue, but not the blue of the sky. It was more like the blue of the...
Unit 4, Tape Script 4.3.
History books say that man arrived on the moon on the 20th of July, 1969. 3 astronauts travelled on the spaceship Apollo 11. Neil Armstrong, Ed Aldrin, and Michael Collins. Armstrong and Aldrin walked on the moon, but Collins didn't leave the Apollo. But did these men travel in space? Some people say that Apollo 11 didn't go to the moon. They say someone made a film of Armstrong and Aldrin in a studio. So why did somebody make the film?
Unit 4, Pronunciation. Tape Script 4.4. 1.
Last year I worked very hard for my exams.
2.
Yesterday we walked for hours.
3.
She hurried because she was late.
4.
I lost my passport when I dropped my bag.
5.
Last night I watched my favourite film.
6.
He rehearsed a lot for his new play.
Listen and repeat. 1.
Last year I worked very hard for my exams.
2.
Yesterday we walked for hours.
3.
She hurried because she was late.
4.
I lost my passport when I dropped my bag.
5.
Last night I watched my favourite film.
6.
He rehearsed a lot for his new play.
Unit 4, Tape Script 4.5.
Hi Jill, here's some information for our project on space. Apollo 11 didn't go to Mars, it went to the moon. Collins didn't walk on the moon, Armstrong and Aldrin walked on the moon. Armstrong and Aldrin didn't stay on the Apollo, Collins stayed on the Apollo. Some people say it didn't happen. They didn't make a film of Armstrong and Aldrin in the desert. They made a film of Armstrong and Aldrin in a studio. See you later, Sam.
Unit 4, Tape Script 4.6.
Into the Blue, Chapter 3.
Hey, look through the window.
Why is it so dark? It's only 2 o'clock.
I don't know.
Dave, did you see that passenger?
Which passenger? The one that spoke to the flight attendant?
Yes, his hands. He had hands like the skin of a fish.
Where did you buy the tickets?
I didn't buy them. I won them in a competition on the internet.
What did you answer questions about in the competition?
The legend of Atlantis. I studied it. We did a project on Atlantis at school.
Dave looked through the window again. He saw strange lights, like the lights of a big city.
We're landing in 5 minutes. Please have your swimming costumes ready.
Why do we need swimming costumes?
They didn't tell you everything in that competition. I think we're learning even more about Atlantis.
Unit 4, Tape Script 4.7.
What a brilliant school trip!
Yes, it was great fun. Oh, look! Mum's waiting over there.
Hi, Mum.
Hello, you two.
Hi, Mum.
Did you have a good time?
Well, we nearly missed the plane. We arrived at the airport only half an hour before the plane took off. But we had a fantastic time.
Good. Did you buy any souvenirs? Maria, what's wrong?
The camera. Where did I put my camera?
Well, did you have it on the plane?
Yes, I had it when I got on the plane. The flight attendant helped me put my bag up.
Oh, Maria, look! Your camera. It was in my bag. I found it under the T-shirts I bought.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Oh, that's okay.
Are we going home now?
Yes. Come on. I've got your favourite chocolate cake for you.
Great! I'm ready. Let's go!
Unit 4, Tape Script 4.8.
Where did you go for your last holiday?
I went to Berlin.
Who did you travel with?
I went with my family.
Did you travel by plane?
Unit 4, Culture Focus. Tape Script 4.9.
Walkabout. What did you do for your last birthday? Did you have a party? Did you go out with your friends or family? Well, on the day of his 13th birthday, Jangala from Central Australia walked around the Tanami Desert for a week, and he did it alone. Jangala didn't take any food with him to eat in the desert. He ate the small animals and snakes he caught with his boomerang and spear. He made small fires to cook his food, and at night he slept under the stars on the desert floor. In fact, Jangala showed he was a good Walpiri. The Walpiri people have modern lives like most people in Australia, but they also have their own traditions. One of these traditions is walkabout, the moment when a boy becomes an adult. When a boy is 13, he leaves his family and travels on foot around the desert. In this way, he shows that he can survive. After a week, Jangala returned, and his family celebrated his new status. Jangala was obviously happy. Firstly, because he was now an adult, and secondly, because not long ago, Walpiri boys usually spent 6 months on walkabout.
Unit 5, Tape Script 5.1.
Young Heroes. Bethany Hamilton.
On October the 31st, 2003, Bethany Hamilton went surfing at a beach in Hawaii. The weather was perfect, but suddenly some sharks appeared. There were other people in the water nearby, but they couldn't help her. A shark attacked her and bit off her left arm. Did Bethany stop surfing? Not at all. A month after leaving hospital, 13-year-old Bethany was in the sea again because she was determined to surf. Now Bethany surfs for the USA national team, and she also collects money to help disabled children all around the world.
Iqbal Masih and Craig Kielberger.
12-year-old Iqbal Masih worked in a factory, so he told the world about the children's terrible conditions in Pakistan. Then, in 1995, someone killed him. Another 12-year-old, Craig Kielberger, read about Iqbal. Craig suddenly understood that a young person can make a difference. Craig visited Pakistan and he saw the children's awful conditions. Then he wrote a book about how the children worked all day in factories and never went to school. He also started an organisation, Free the Children. Some schools and his local town hall helped him. They collected some money to buy food, pencils and paper, and to build schools in 300 villages. Craig now thinks Iqbal didn't die in vain.
Brandon Kiefer.
Brandon Kiefer had a brilliant idea for his secondary school community project. Did his classmates have any old books at home that they didn't want? There was a local orphanage that didn't have any books. Brandon could give the books to the orphanage to create a library. Brandon collected 5,000 books from friends and bookshops, so he began an organisation called Bookends. Bookends gave 150,000 books to 46 children's libraries. Brandon didn't like reading before, but he loves reading now.
Unit 5, Tape Script 5.2.
You probably know that dogs have good noses, but did you know that they can hear better than humans? Last week, Norman, a Labrador, went for a walk with the Barrett family by the River Shannon in Ireland. Suddenly, Norman left the Barretts and ran down to the river. Why did he leave the Barretts? Well, Norman could hear something in the water, and he didn't wait for the humans to hear it. In the river, there was a 13-year-old girl, Lisa Bingby. Lisa was in danger. Norman didn't think about the danger, and he swam to Lisa. She caught his tail, and Norman pulled her to the side of the river. Now Norman is Lisa's hero.
Unit 5, Pronunciation. Tape Script 5.3. A. 1.
Did you go shopping?
2.
Did you go shopping?
B. 1.
Did you watch TV?
2.
Did you watch TV?
C. 1.
Where did you go?
2.
Where did you go?
D. 1.
What did you do?
2.
What did you do?
Unit 5, Pronunciation. Tape Script 5.4. A.
Did you go shopping?
B.
Did you watch TV?
C.
Where did you go?
D.
What did you do?
Unit 5, Tape Script 5.5.
Hello. Tonight's programme is about Spider-Man. Mark, when were the first Spider-Man stories?
Many people are surprised by this, but Stan Lee wrote the first Spider-Man story in 1962.
That's astonishing. Tell us something about Spider-Man's life.
Well, Peter Parker, that's Spider-Man, became an orphan at 6 when his parents died in a plane crash. Then he went to live with his Aunt May and Uncle Ben, and his life was boring until a radioactive spider bit his hand. Then Peter entered the fantastic and sometimes frightening world of superheroes.
But why is Spider-Man the most popular superhero?
Well, he's very human. He has superpowers, but he's shy with girls, and he's worried about Aunt May. He thinks his adventures are exciting, but in normal situations, he has the same problems as everybody else.
Thank you, Mark. That was very interesting. Next week, we're discussing why...
Unit 5, Tape Script 5.6.
Where did you go at the weekend?
I went to the museum with my parents. There was an Egyptian exhibition.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time. It was very exciting.
Unit 5, Culture Focus. Tape Script 5.7. Heroes of the Wild, Wild West. History.
The Spanish introduced cowboy culture to America 500 years ago. The image of the cowboy is popular today because of Hollywood films, but real cowboys were different. About 40% of cowboys were African Americans and Native Americans. When President Abraham Lincoln stopped slavery on January 1st, 1863, lots of African Americans became cowboys because they could travel freely for the first time. Many Native Americans also became cowboys in the 19th century. The Indian Wars destroyed the Native Americans' culture, so many of them became cowboys to survive.
Gunfighters.
There were 3 types of cowboy gunfighters. Some worked on ranches and protected them against other gunfighters. Others were criminals, and they attacked travelers and robbed banks. Finally, the third group were sheriffs, Wild West policemen. Gunfighters' lives were very exciting, but most cowboys weren't gunfighters.
Today.
Cowboys continue to look after cows, but now they use modern technology. Therefore, their lives are easier. On the big ranches, cowboys use satellite cameras so they can see where their cows are. They follow the cows in large ranch cars because they are quicker and more comfortable. Life is better, but they continue to get up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. and work until the sun goes down.